Steve Tober, Sideline Chatter. I'm joined by Kenny Pignatello, involved with Compass Basketball, which is a new phenomenon with his good friend Fred Hill down in Bridgewater at the Lifetime Fitness facility for graduates. And people not familiar, Kenny, up here in North Jersey, what about, tell us a little bit about Compass Basketball.
Well, Compass is a post-grad program that what we're trying to develop is kids that weren't recruited or highly recruited to come to our program. It's a 6-hour-a-day basketball. In the morning, there's weightlifting and training. Afternoon is all basketball. Have a 25-game schedule. Try to improve every player that wasn't recruited or wasn't recruited highly. Try to get them better. Try to get them a scholarship at the end of the season and let them go on with their careers.
You got some top coaches, I'm sure trainers, the whole bit academically, the whole package, which I guess is certainly what you need today. And there's so much competition with the transfer portal.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of high school seniors now being left in limbo. It's a whole new frontier, and you're part of like trying to solve the puzzle.
Yes, we took this concept out of a program out of Chicago that Coach Hill's nephew was a part of. He was a player at St. Mary's Rutherford, wasn't recruited at all, went to this program out in Chicago, did well, got a scholarship, and it's his second year at FAU. So we're trying to emulate that to try to get some kids who weren't recruited or under-recruited better to get them placement in a D3, JUCO, D2 school, and give them an opportunity to get a scholarship.
I mean, there's some great aspects for the kids in college now with name, image, likeness, being able to make a few dollars, rightly so. And in high school, it's even coming down to some respects. But you have 5th and 6th year players in college now, and the whole landscape is so different.
It's amazing. It really is. And the way it's changed in the last 3-4 years, it's difficult. It's difficult for schools, for coaches. You're in competition with other schools today, AAU programs. Like it's really, really, the landscape has changed so much.
And you've been around a lot of years. You worked with Nicky Marinello at Bloomfield Tech, at Hudson Catholic. I mean, even Nick, who's not a young guy anymore, but he's still young enough. It's not easy, but you guys have just had to make the adjustments.
Have to. I mean, if you want to keep the quality of your program at a high level, you have no choice but to try to make the adjustments to it.
And just now today, we're at Caldwell University Newman Center. The great Dennis Gregory, fortunately passed away a few years ago. This Dennis Gregory Memorial Classic, which has been going on this weekend, it's a great tribute to Dennis. We've had some great teams, in addition to Compass here, St. Benedict's, Rutgers Prep, Bergen Catholic, just so many good schools here.
It's a tribute to Dennis. This is our 5th year doing this, and it's just grown every year. Like we kick it off on Friday night at Felician College with Don Bosco and St. Mary's Rutherford, where Dennis is from. And we had to turn people away. We had 510 people in the gym, and then to transfer it over here for the weekend, it's been very successful. And again, it's a fundraiser. All the money we collect goes to the schools for scholarships for the kids.
That's right. It's great foundations. And the Jimmy Giandoli benefit game, which was held yesterday, Verona, Cedar Grove. Today you've got Caldwell, Hillsborough. So you got a little suburban flavor to it as well, which is a nice mix.
It's always nice to kick off the weekend with Verona, Cedar Grove. Great rivalry all these years, as you know. You've covered it all these years. And Jimmy Giandoli was a Cedar Grove resident and married Freddie's sister. So the combination works pretty good. And we had a great crowd yesterday for that game, and it was a great game. It was an overtime great. And so we're going to try to keep that going.
Well, Ken Pignatello, keep up the great work with Compass and Fred Hill Jr., who does such a great job. And basketball, alive and well, it's just a different landscape, but we're going to try to enjoy it as well. For Sideline Chatter and D1 Media Pro, I'm Steve Tober.